Hey guys, Strat right here, and today I wanted to check out and kind of do a bit of a deep dive into the new Hunt Showdown map, or shall we say Hunt Showdown 1896, the new name for the upcoming update. I don't know if we should be looking at this as technically a sequel or just a name change. I don't know how deep they want us to look into it, but either way, new title is Hunt Showdown 1896. I was not expecting this map to be out right now. I think they mentioned that it would be out this year, but I was picturing later into the year for the announcement, and here we are already getting it before this new upcoming update. And let me just say, this map is looking really good. I already took a look at the video once. I'm going to watch it through again with you guys, and then I'm going to go through and see if I can pick out any new things and just new content in general. Yeah, anyways, let's get straight into looking at it. All right, we're all set up. Hopefully I'm not blocking too much of the video. If I'm in the way, I'll just move my camera around. All right, let's look into it.
Look around at this land. What do you think you see? Earth's bounty and splendor, right? Rich woodlands, untouched mountain peaks, and beneath the surface, riches that could define a generation. That might have been true once, but they took everything this land had and wanted more. The wells ran dry, so they did anything they could to bring them back. Terrible things, done in the dark. Now the land consumes the living. The only thing that blooms is rot and corruption. The mines yield only darkness and suffering. Of course, killers like you will keep coming. You're the only ones who can prosper here. Breathe deep, take your fill. Welcome to Mammon's Gulch. Welcome to 1896.
It gives me chills. That last part gives me absolute chills. So obviously we can start with the obvious here. New biome. They mentioned it was going to be a new biome a while back. I believe it was sometime really early this year or December of last year. It was sometime either late last year or early this year. And honestly, this is not what I was expecting. I was thinking they were either going to go for something more extreme like sand or snow. So this was actually super surprising that it ended up being this. And you know what? I'm not complaining. At first, I think the other two sound cooler. But then when you actually see this map, this looks absolutely beautiful and it looks so interesting. The way that they're going about this is actually crazy. So yeah, new environment. It's like an alpine forest in the mountains, which is super, super cool. Love to see that. And then part of this environment is a huge underground area. So there's all these mine entrances, which we kind of got a little bit of a taste of on some of the previous maps, but not to this extent, obviously. This looks crazy. It makes me wonder how far this goes. And is that a boat on the right? What is that? No. It's not a boat. For a second, I thought that was the front of the boat and it was like some sort of water stream that came in, but maybe it isn't. This looks like it'll be a supply area. But yeah, this is looking really, really good. And there's one other underground part that they sort of show. There it is. This entrance right here. First thing that comes to mind, is this spread across like the whole map? Is this underground area a very large portion of the map? Because the way that they explain it, and with how much depth they really go into the idea that there is these underground areas, makes me think that it's going to be a very, very large portion of this map, which is super exciting. We'll have to see how that plays out. I imagine the underground fights will be very claustrophobic, and it'll be easy to get pinched if you get caught in between two teams on either side of a tunnel. Really quick, I also want to tag on the fact that the sound could be terrible for this map. Recently, I've noticed the sound has decayed from what it used to be. I don't know if they just nerfed how loud certain things are or what, because I did take a decently sized break, but it makes me question on if the sound will be screwed up really bad in the like really different vertical layering that they have on this map, or if it will, like, the directional audio won't sound good. Hopefully they work things out for that type of map. I imagine it'll at least be okay, but that's another thing we'll have to see. But anyways, I felt like I really had to mention that. So yeah, anyway, let's get back to it. But I could see that coming up with a lot of new and interesting fights that just haven't really happened on the previous maps. There's some like boss layers that are underground that maybe you could have had similar situations, but I don't think it'll be nearly to the scale of this. And that brings me to, is this map going to have more players? Is the scale going to rise to more players? Because this map looks massive. It's hard to tell from the videos because in general, all the hunt maps are pretty big, but since they're so flat, other than the one with King Snake Mine, it's really hard to feel out a scale for it. But if this one ends up being bigger, are they going to increase the player count to, like, let's say 15, 18 players maybe? That's something to really think about, because that would be super cool to get a bigger map with more players. Right now, though, I don't believe there's enough information to know this. Oh yeah, and then we've got new architecture too, which is super exciting. Obviously, all of this is new. This is new stuff for the most part, as far as I can tell. All these like house assets, at least the burned versions, are completely different. The mine, obviously, mostly new. This part might have been taken from King Snake Mine. I'm sure there's definitely reused assets, unsurprisingly, but the overall structures are new. Then, of course, we've got these cabins, which these look completely new. These don't look like they're using almost any assets from previous builds, so that will be fun. This whole area right here looks really fun. It's like some cabin campground or something. Or not necessarily a campground, it just would have been a small village or town. I don't know, there's just so many cool things. And then we got the massive bridge. Oh, there's a side of it. Oh my god, it might be bigger than what I thought. Was it train tracks? Dang, this bridge could be massive. Oh, there's another little cabin. That looks new too. That waterfall looks beautiful. There it is, there's the other view of that bridge. Like, this looks so beautiful. Like, this is some cool stuff we've got going on here. We've got, I think these were ducks up here, which, are they going to add any more wildlife to this update? Or are we going to stick with the horses, chickens, dogs, the usual? I hope that they add some new stuff. I don't know, like maybe some other just wildlife creatures. Like, I don't know what would be in this area, but like deer maybe? I don't know. I think there's just different things that they could add. Maybe they had like even just slightly different ducks. That'd be cool enough for me. Anything new I'll deal with. And who knows, they might completely replace the dog cages and chicken cages with something new too. I don't know what it would be, but I'm really, really hoping for new wildlife. They don't really show off any that I've been able to see so far. Like, what if there was like a bear? You could fight like zombie bears or something. There's so many different places this could go. I don't think we're going to get any major new AI enemies, other than unless they decide to add a new boss, but I think they would have at least hinted at that at some point, or it would have been leaked. So as of now, we're really just, it's all speculation from my end. Oh, and one other thing that really stuck out to me was the foliage on the ground. Insane. It looks incredibly detailed, especially in this scene, and with the trees and all that around it. This looks like it's very new, like they put this together just for this map, which makes sense given that there's new plant life throughout the whole map, so that of course they'd have to change up the foliage a little bit, but it looks really detailed. And granted, the previous maps are really well done and they are very detailed, but this looks like it's a whole new step up. That, and with the extra graphics, it's looking crazy. Obviously, it's not as big of a jump as I think a lot of people are expecting. They've made that very clear that the graphics jump isn't going to be like huge, but it still looks better for sure. I'm just hoping that it runs well in the system, which supposedly the new update should increase performance at least marginally. We hope, because I would love to run full graphics on this game and have it look like this, because that would be fantastic, especially on this new map that again looks absolutely beautiful. And if there's going to be a huge underground area and a top-down area, even if the map is the same size, could that not allow for more players anyways? Just because there's so much more space to run around in? Because you could be running above somebody on the top world while somebody's running below underground. There's so many different things that I have to question about this new update and this new map that's coming with it. Man, either way though, I'm very, very excited. Man, and look at this mountain. This mountain is so beautiful. And the mix between these trees with the cornfields is actually crazy too. At first I wasn't even thinking about that, but like the games have been, like, or the maps have been doing that, that this looks like it's to a whole new level. Like, the brush, foliage, plant life is all just so much thicker in this. You'll be able to hide and do some more ratting type stuff. You'll be able to camp around, or I don't know, this just opens up a lot of new game styles and potentially will allow people to sneak away easier, play more strategically and silently. There's just so many things that could happen on this new map that until we get it, we won't know how it feels like. But I'm just so excited. Obviously, I'm very excited. We'll see how the bullet drop works with this map too. I'm sure that they took that into account, at least in the latter half of the making of this map, for the last year at least, because I think it's probably been in the works, if I had to guess, since January at least, if not before. But so many exciting things to look forward to. Okay, I wanted to mention really quick, I checked out their detail page, and it looks like we are getting the map on launch. Wow, I did not think it was this soon. I really thought we'd be getting this map later this year. This is very, very exciting. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're also excited for this new map. And if you did enjoy this, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.